News tonight, Anambra State government restates commitment in restoring peace to communities in land disputes. Anambra State government builds capacity as she trains new permanent secretaries. NANS kicks against introduction of tuition fees in federal universities. Over 116 people died as Brazil flood lasts. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and glad to have you join us on the news tonight. My name is Maureen Stone Enijoke. The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu Ibezim, has warned people of Ametiti and Okpeze, both in Orumba North local government area, as well as other communities in boundary disputes in the state, against taking laws into their hands, as Professor Chukwuma Soludo-led administration will not condone any form of crisis that would lead to bloodshed. The Deputy Governor, who is the chairman Anambra State Boundary Committee, gave the warning during his visit to the disputing Ofia Olum Ezumamu River in Orumba North local government area. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
According to findings during the visit, the boundary issue between Umuebuo village, Ametiti, and Mpapagu village, Okpeze, in Orumba North Council area has existed since the year 1970. The Deputy Governor Ibezim explained that the visit to the disputing area was part of efforts towards restoring lasting peace in the area, reminded the people of the need to embrace peace and eschew acts that could lead to destruction of life and property. So according to him, human beings are sojourners on earth, and while leaving the world will not take anything along, including land and other things that men value so much, assuring both communities that the state government will make sure that due process is followed in the course of settling the issue. Deputy Governor Ibezim asked the communities to see themselves as brothers and to imbibe peace, as according to him, peace is key to development and progress of any community or nation.
You know, be very careful. You know, even though anyị ekpego ikpe kachachi ikpe and anyị ekpebigie ikpe tọchala anyị ekpego ikpe tọchala anyị mana anyị na-akwụ n'eziokwu kpebie ya ndị Okpeze nọ n'ife nnekwu ọkwa Okpeze yes, very good. Anyị ekpe ekpeti ya mma and unu ya ebi n'udo.
Speaking on behalf of people of Umuebuo village, Ametiti, Dr. Anthony Mwafo thanked the state government for intervening on the issue, saying that people of Ametiti want peace and are ready to adhere to directives from the state government on the issue, but accused people of Mpapagu village, Okpeze, of series of harassment and intimidations, pleading that the state government should do the needful to permanently resolve the matter.
The displacement, the encroachment, the harassment, the guns, the ammunitions with which they come here, I don't know if it's because Ametiti is an independent town. I don't know their reason why they will cross this big river over to this town and then come with ammunition. When I say ammunitions, I mean guns. Just like the day they came to place those court orders, they came with ammunitions that our people were scared. And I'm the one that has been, trying to get to you through the phone. Okay. And the SSA have been to your office on this matter.
On his part, Mr. Victor Mumele of Mpapagu village, Okpeze, who spoke on behalf of his people, also appreciated the state government on its efforts on the matter, which he said has lingered for over 40 years, even as he debunked the claims of the people of Ametiti that they are harassing and intimidating them, saying that it has been people of Ametiti that have been taking them to court since the issue started, including the Supreme Court, where his people defeated them recently with court injunction in their favor on the disputing area. The senior special assistant to the governor on boundary matters, Mr. Ekene Chukwu Okoye, was among the deputy governor's entourage during the visit. From Orumba North Council area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
To ensure increased productivity in service, the 18 newly appointed permanent secretaries in Anambra State Civil Service are currently undergoing a two-day capacity building workshop organized by the state government. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha reports that the workshop has as its theme strategic leadership, thriving through challenges and opportunities in governance. The report.
Declaring the event open, the head of service of Anambra State, Barrister Theodora Igwebwe, thanked Governor Chukwuma Soludo for appointing the permanent secretaries from the pool of over 30,000 civil servants in the state. She tasked the permanent secretaries on teamwork with their commissioners, colleagues, and even subordinates, as well as doing things that are in line with the vision and mission of Soludo administration. Speaking on performance management while delivering lecture on the leaders' roadmap, Barrister Igwebwe called for ways of incentivizing people to achieve maximum productivity while punishing bad behaviors, adding that monitoring and evaluation are also necessary for achieving improvement in service delivery.
When government makes policies, execution becomes the next thing. So what it means is that everything we are going to be doing as permanent secretaries must be in line with the vision and mission of the state governor.
Motivating the participants with the story of how her 6 years experience as deputy clerk of the Anambra State House of Assembly brought her to limelight in the state. Barrister Igwebwe reminded the state workforce that they are paid for their time and skills while in service, even as she charged the permanent secretaries to be diligent, committed, and provide leadership in their service areas. The participants at the events, including the permanent secretary, Office of the Secretary to the State Government, SSG, Dr. Nwabu Funwanfo, and permanent secretary, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Mrs. Chinwe Achubu, say that being implementing partners of the governor's policies and programs, the workshop has enabled them to key into the vision of Soludo administration, promising to be more diligent, disciplined, sincere at work for increased productivity.
By being in this workshop, it's also an opportunity for us to know what the governor thinks about the state, its development, and so on and so forth. So it's a good one. I'll be more focused. I will do this with speed and efficiency and effectiveness.
The takeaway is diligence, discipline, sincerity, and hard work. And God's willing, God will help us.
Topics chosen for the days include administrative skills and procedures for effective service delivery, strategic governance and financial oversight, holistic approach to project, contract and financial management, amongst others.
The arena of the Nwaforis College of Education, Hussein Nsugbe, was filled with students, staff, management, friends, political appointees, and family members of matriculants as the college held its 2023/2024 matriculation ceremony. The 27th and 43rd matriculation ceremony of first degree and Nigeria certificate in education commenced with procession. Correspondent Queen Anibogo reports that the ceremony was organized by Nosen in affiliation with the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. The report.
In his address, the Vice-Chancellor of UNN, Professor Charles Arinzechuku, told the matriculants that their arrival at college marks a new chapter in the story of their lives, noting that beginning chapters of their lives were largely written by others, but the current chapter is different, adding that they themselves will be the principal author of it. The Vice-Chancellor, represented by the Dean, Faculty of Education, UNN, Professor Joachim Omeje, explained that they have the opportunity to determine the direction, the plot, and tempo of their story, and no matter the situation, the great thing is that they are doing something that they have chosen to do, not something that was chosen for them by others.
It is my greatest pleasure to welcome you all to this great citadel of learning. The journey will be long and sometimes difficult, and the terrain you find yourself unfamiliar, but we want you to know that it will be a shared experience by all of us.
The new provost of Nosen, Dr. Justina Anya Diegu, noted that the college is a place where innovation thrives and excellence is expected, even as she encouraged the newly admitted students to take advantage of the resources available to them in the college to delve deeper into their chosen field of study. Congratulating the students, the provost stressed that cultism of any sort is forbidden in the college as they are expected to be law-abiding citizens, warning that law enforcement agents will arrest and prosecute anyone who forms or joins any outlawed organization or society or breaks the law.
We are going to partner with government agencies, with alumni associations, both nationally and internationally. Bring them here in whatever way they can, so that we make this environment very, very conducive and learning friendly.
The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, represented by the Director of Higher Education, Mrs. Oyibo Alo, congratulated the new provost and the new students for yet another phase in their lives and reminded them that Anambra State has always been in the forefront of quality education, urging India Anambra not to relent in giving Governor Soludo all the support he needs to continue to steer the state to greater heights.
Congratulate the college management for how they are trying in running affairs of this institution. They are trying a lot. I really recommend them for doing a lot of things.
Some of the matriculants, Miss Geraldine Okweze, studying computer mathematics, and Mr. Chiadikobi Akudieze, studying education computer science, expressed joy for having been admitted into the college, describing it as a dream come true, and promised to put in their best to come tops at the end of their studies. Mrs. Uchenna Ugu from UNN administered oath of allegiance to matriculants, while the representative of the VC admitted them into the membership of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Declaration of loyalty by the new students, matriculation songs, cultural dance, recession and closing prayer, said by the Canon Christian Ifonu, featured during the events.
A joint preparatory mission team from the Federal Government and African Development Bank, FGN/AFDB, is in Anambra State for a two-day assessment of the state's readiness to participate in the Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones Program, SAPZ. The team, drawn from the African Development Bank, Federal Ministry of Agriculture, SAPZ program, and African Rice, was led by the head African Development Bank, SAPZ initiative. Dr. Chuma Ezedimma, correspondent Ebeleze, filed the report.
The Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones Program, domiciled in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture to achieve food security, will be assisted by African Development Bank in its Phase 2 project if Anambra State scales through the assessment. During a meeting between the team and concerned ministry stakeholders at Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency, ANSIPA, the Atelier Consulting Engineers Limited, India, who virtually joined in the meeting, presented Anambra State Mixed-Use Industrial City Master Plan they drew. Speaking shortly after the meeting, the leader of the team, Dr. Ezedimma, who announced that they came to assess the readiness of Anambra State to participate in the Phase 2 of the development of SAPZ, described the presentation of Anambra State's Mixed-Use Industrial City Master Plan as the best across all the states visited so far. He categorically stated that Anambra State is ready to run, going by the heavy presence of private sector interests as developer, whose back they will ride on to support the state.
So we are creating real massive employment, and we are looking at more than 200,000 over the next 5 years.
Speaking, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofor, who expressed joy that all the dots the team looked out for were clearly put in place, assured that SAPZ will come with mechanization and technology for all year-round production. Dr. Ihejiofor guaranteed that Anambra State will become a case study to other states when the program is rolled out.
I can't ask for anything better because this is going to create a pool amongst our farmers. The demand is going to surge, and the farmers will have something return on their investment, and to see agriculture totally transformed in Anambra State.
The Commissioner for Industry, Mr. Christian Udechukwu, affirmed that the SAPZ project, which the Anambra State Industrial City Project is housing, is an area AFDB has funding capacity to help the state to deliver.
It's an area for which the African Development Bank has built considerable expertise and has funding capacity to help the government deliver.
For the host and managing director of ANSIPA, Mr. Mark Okoye, the SAPZ is the most ambitious and impactful project being conceptualized by the Soludo administration and probably across Southeast Nigeria. Joint Preparatory Mission Team assesses Anambra State's readiness to participate in SAPZ.
It was a celebration of academic excellence as over 20 students from various schools under the Diocese under Niger, who scored 270 and above in the 2024 JAMB examination, were honored with Episcopal Educational Merit Award certificates and gifts by the Bishop under Niger, the Right Reverend Owen Wokolo. The presentation, which took place at the Bishop's Court, GRA Onitsha, was attended by the wife of the Bishop, Dr. Elsie Nwokolo, the Diocesan Education Board members, school managers, and principals of the schools where the students came from, including their parents. Staff reporter Ogochukwu Oranu has the details.
Mona Chimso Obidike from Lady Hannah Model School, Awada, scored 321 to emerge first among students in the Diocese on the Niger, followed by Emmanuel Onowa from St. Mark's Standard Secondary School, Omaba, and James Eze from Dennis Memorial Grammar School, Onitsha, who scored 316, while the third position went to Emmanuel Ofili from St. Christopher Junior Seminary, Onitsha, and Chinonso Ibebunam from Patsy Memorial Grammar School, who scored 314 each. Other students who scored high marks include students of DMGS, Ugochukwu Ugomwanya, 313, Chinedu Ubabike, 307, and Lotanna Anazodo from St. Christopher's Junior Seminary, who got 304. Of interest are twin brothers, Kelechi and Izuchukwu Iyida, from Patsy Memorial Grammar School, who scored 296 and 278 respectively. The only girl among the award recipients, Chilotam Chukwode from Anglican Grammar Girls, Onitsha, scored 270. In a speech, Bishop Nwokolo stated that Diocese on the Niger laid the foundation for education in this part of the world in 1857 and underscored the importance of education in shaping the future of any society.
As schools, we have zero tolerance to malpractices. We encourage students to work hard, to be disciplined, and to aim at excellence.
The Diocesan Education Secretary, Venerable Nwachukwu Uzokeke, and a member of the Diocesan Education Board, Lady Ngozi Abasmelo, appreciated the bishop and wife for their doggedness in the education sector of the diocese. Earlier, the principal of DMGS Onitsha, Venerable Chigozie Aneto, gave a brief lecture on success and hard work, the role of principal, parents, and the students. Some of the school managers and principals, including Venerables Chide Nwadike, Elochukwu Ojukwu, Reverends Adindo Okpala, and Johnson Ifechukwu, expressed joy that their efforts yielded huge results. Some of the award recipients who spoke to the ABS expressed gratitude to the bishop for honoring them.
Believing in God and reading your books, putting more effort in what you do.
Meanwhile, the Vice Chancellor, Uni-Niger, Professor Chinedu Nebo, during the Diocese on the Niger annual homage at the All Saints Cathedral, Onitsha, assured that the university was established on best practices, that the students who passed through it will be nationally relevant and globally competitive.
God is the author of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and the church is the body of Christ. Having established this university, we have a passion to make it #1 in this country.
Ogochukwu Oranu for ABS News.
Still to come on the news, NANS kicks against introduction of tuition fees in federal universities. Over 116 people died as Brazil flood lasts. And here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. We shall be going on a break. Stay with us.
In a world hungry for goodness, with a splash of Golden Terra oil, a mom can transform a frown into a smile. Make a lunch hour a happy hour. Change no thanks into yes please. Provide care when our nearest and dearest needs it most. And resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty, nourishing family meals is all that matters. The world needs moms, because where there are moms, there is hope, happiness, and love. Golden Terra Oil, or pure love.
Welcome back. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, vehemently opposed the proposal the proposal by the TED Fund Executive Secretary Sonny Echono to introduce tuition fees in federal universities, stressing that it is a direct attack on the fundamental principle of accessible education for all Nigerians. NAN's President Pedro Obi, in a statement released to journalists yesterday, called on the federal government to reject the proposal and reaffirm its commitment to providing free and accessible education for all Nigerians. He explains that the federal universities have long stood as beacons of hope for the less privileged, offering them the opportunity to pursue higher education without stress. He emphasized on the need for sustainable funding in our educational institutions, as burdening students and their families with tuition fees is not the solution. He urged stakeholders in the education sector to prioritize the welfare and future of students above all. At least 116 people have died across the state, and with many towns still cut off by the flood waters, hopes of finding the more than 140 people who are still missing are dwindling. Much of the state capital, Porto Alegre, has been plunged into darkness by the flood, which has damaged power and water treatment plants, also leaving most residents without drinking water. Magda, 45, and husband, 49-year-old Angelo Taroko, spent 2 days rescuing neighbors cut off by the flood waters, which surrounded their high-rise buildings. In the northern zone of the city, the Evangelical Church has become a lifeline for dozens of families. They have lost everything to the flood waters, their homes submerged, their possessions destroyed. Pastor Dari Pereira, overwhelmed by the influx of displaced people, says he is doing his best to provide for everyone's needs. He believes it is important to offer shelter not only to people but also to their pets, adding that it is crucial for families' emotional healing. Coach Manu Garba has picked a final 19-man squad for the WAFU B on the 17 AFCON qualifiers, which kicks off Wednesday in Ghana. The Golden Eaglets are the defending champions, and they will fly into Accra with the mandate of not only successfully defending the regional crown, but also continuing to improve the squad for a great outing at the Under-17 AFCON and onwards to a probable 6th world title. The Eaglets begin their defense of the title when they confront their counterparts from Burkina Faso at the University Stadium on Thursday, May 16th, with kickoff set for 3 p.m. Ghana time, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, before matches against the Niger Republic on Sunday, May 19th, 6 p.m. Ghana, 7 p.m. Nigeria, and Togo on Wednesday, May 22nd, 4 p.m. Ghana, 5 p.m. Nigeria. The match against the Niger Republic will also be held at the University Stadium, while the clash with Togo will take place at the Accra Sports Stadium. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go. Anambra State Government has restated commitment in restoring peace to communities in land disputes. Anambra State Government has built capacity as she trained new permanent secretaries. NANS has kicked against introduction of tuition fees in federal universities. Over 116 people have died as Brazil flood lasts. To end the news, a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. That's it on the news for tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night.